Good morning, campers. And that, as you can see, is my tent in porch mode. Just a reference. Got both my trekking poles holding out the doors on the sides, holding these doors out. And then these are staked out. So it just gives me a nice open side, lots of ventilation. I don't get the condensation at night like often happens in a single wall tent. So I'm shooting this video before I get on the trail. It's 8 o'clock. There's a nice site, not as flat and not as smooth as I would like. It's got a lot of tree roots and it was sloped, so I was kind of sliding in the night, trying to lie flat, and sleeping pad kept sliding. Anyway, today it's about 13 miles to the Hurricane Mountain Shelter. Now today is an important day because the Hurricane Mountain Shelter is where my wife and I stayed on our very first night on our very first section hike of the AT. We didn't actually sleep in the shelter. We tented down by the creek that's across the trail from the shelter. But that shelter, that's where we had our dinner and met other hikers, and it was like our first night on the AT ever. That was over 3 years ago. That was May of 2019, I guess it was. So I'm excited. I'll be in about 8 miles, 7-8 miles, I'll be passing Dickey Gap, which is where we got dropped off to start our section hike. And then we hiked back to Damascus. We took, I think, 6 days to get to Damascus. I'm going to take 4 days from here, and I'm 8 miles past where we started. So I'll be doing 58 miles in 4 days, whereas we did 50 miles in 6 days because we didn't have trail legs and we weren't out to kill ourselves. We were just out to have fun. But I'm out to get the miles in. I'm trying to do 14, 15, 16 type miles a day. So that's my plan. There's one big up. I'm going to stop at the Trimpe shelter and I'm going to have lunch there, and I will film that too, because that's going to be something unique too that I've only done once before on the trail, and you'll see what that is shortly. And then after that, it's pretty much uphill. There's like a 2.5 to 3 mile climb uphill, and then it's downhill, and then it's uphill again to the shelter. So relatively short day, 13 miles. Doesn't look too bad terrain wise, but I guess we'll see when I get out there. And yeah, it's it's a few minutes after 8. I still have to pack things up, break down the tent, so I won't be out of here till 8:30, quarter to 9. I actually went to bed early, fairly early, just before dark. I was in the tent at 7. By the time I finished reading and was all snug and going to bed, it was about 7:30, and it was dark enough that you needed a headlamp. It wasn't pitch black yet, but it was dark, and I didn't get up till 6. I usually get up at 5, sometimes 5:30, but I knew it wouldn't be light out till after 7, so I thought, well, I'll be fumbling around the dark all morning. So, and I had a relatively short day, so I thought I'll sleep till 6. So anyway, that's it. I'm hoping to be out of here, 8:45, quarter to 9, and we'll see what the day holds for us. But it's another beautiful day. So I'm just getting started. I'm 5-10 minutes down the trail, and I'm lost in my thoughts. I'm just kind of looking around, and all of a sudden I look up, and about 25 yards in front of me is a guy dressed in camo with a rifle. And I go, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. And so I start passing. I said, oh, what are you hunting? And he goes, squirrel. I laughed. I said, oh. I said, what do you do with a squirrel when you shoot it? He goes, you eat it. Like it was a stupid question. Like, oh, of course you eat it. I'm like, oh my. He looked like the kind of guy who eats squirrels, too. Getting back to my earlier comments the other day about squirrel eating. Have you ever seen squirrel on the menu in a restaurant? Have you ever seen it for sale in the store? Have you ever seen squirrel flavored dog treats or squirrel dog food? Have you? No, you haven't. Which is why I'm reacting the way I am, that in the 21st century people are shooting and eating squirrels. Okay, whatever. Okay, I thought I was going to make it through this cow pasture without seeing any cows, but there's at least 2 up here ahead. One on the other side of the trail. Oh, there's 4, 5. There's 5 of them. And 4 of them don't seem to care. One of them is right next to the trail. Buddy. I'm just going to walk right by you, buddy. See, that guy doesn't care at all. Hi. Hi there, sir. How are you? Hello. I'm just going to go right by. It's okay. It's okay. Hello. Oh, you got a lot of flies on you. Hey, buddy. Hi. And thank you for letting me by. I'll see you later. Hey there. I'm here at the Trippy shelter. And as you can see, it's kind of a dark little dingy shelter. There's a fireplace. And there's a double wide plank on the bottom for 2 people. And then 1 bunk up on top. So 1, 2, 3. And then same over here, 1, 2, and then 3. And the fireplace smells like there may have been a fire last night, so there might have been someone here last night. But I wanted to shoot some video here because I want to show you what I'm doing for lunch. So I am making a hot lunch. I rarely ever do this. I've only done this once or twice before. This might be my 2nd or 3rd time doing it. So why am I doing it? Well, I picked up a couple of these ramen packets at the Weary Feet Hostel that were in the hiker box. And usually these, you know, they have the beef flavor or the chicken flavor. Those are the ones you see in the grocery store typically. This is soy sauce flavor, as you can see. It's vegetarian. I picked up 2 of them, and they're taking up room in my sack. And I have too many dinners as it is. So I thought I'm going to make a ramen bomb. So what's a ramen bomb? Well, let me explain. So a ramen bomb is simply ramen noodles. You cook the ramen noodles, and then with the water that's left over, you add mashed potatoes until it thickens up, and then you just have this glop of mashed potatoes and ramen noodles. It's just like a carbo bomb. Okay, my phone's running out of space again, so just quickly, ramen bomb, mashed potatoes, and ramen noodles. You can add any kind of ramen noodles, you can add any kind of mashed potatoes, different flavored mashed potatoes, and so on. You can also add other things if you want. You can add hot sauce, you can add the flavor packet that comes with ramen noodles. You can augment it however you want, but the base is just ramen noodles and mashed potato flakes to soak up the water that the noodles were cooking in. So that's all there is to it.